When prices rise faster than paychecks, people everywhere are asking the same question: how do I make my money last? For some, the answer is not to chase bigger salaries or riskier investments, but to live differently. They practice frugal living, not the kind that feels like punishment, but a way of life built on creativity, clever choices, and a sharp eye for hidden value. Across the world, from New York to Tokyo, frugal living has become more than just saving money. It is a lifestyle that mixes old wisdom with new ideas. During World War II, families were told to make do and mend. Today, TikTok challenges like No Spend November or Buy Nothing groups are modern echoes of that same spirit. Extremely frugal people are not stingy, they are strategic. They see money differently, not just as dollars in a bank, but as time, freedom, and future options. While others cut back only when forced, these people build habits that protect them against inflation, debt, and financial stress. So, what exactly do they do differently? Here are 7 surprising money habits of extremely frugal people, practical lessons you can use right now. Number 1. They treat time like currency. Extremely frugal people know that money and time are deeply connected. Every dollar you spend represents minutes or hours of your life. If you earn $20 an hour, then a $100 dinner isn't just a meal, it's 5 hours of your hard work. Thinking this way changes how you spend. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this?" frugal people ask, "Is this worth the time I gave up to earn it?" This small shift makes everyday choices feel very different. Suddenly, impulse buys look less exciting when you see them as hours of your life disappearing. They also practice what some call time arbitrage. This means trading tasks that cost a lot of money for skills they can do themselves. For example, instead of calling a plumber for a small leak, many people now learn from free YouTube tutorials and fix it in an hour. That's $200 saved and a new skill gained. This mindset is spreading fast in online communities. Treating time like money doesn't make life boring. It makes it smarter. And it frees up both time and cash for what truly matters. Number 2. They gamify scarcity. For many people, saving money feels heavy, like a strict diet you can't enjoy. But extremely frugal people flip the script. They turn saving into a game. Instead of focusing on what they can't buy, they create challenges, competitions, and fun rules that make spending less feel like winning. A growing number of young people online join no-spend challenges. Online, you'll find users documenting entire months where they only spend on essentials. Each day they go without buying, they treat it like scoring points in a game. Some couples even compete to see who can lower the electricity bill or grocery costs the most. The prize? Bragging rights, a fun date night, or simply more money left in their joint account. Psychologists say this works because it taps into the brain's reward system. The same dopamine hit that people get from shopping can also come from reaching a savings goal. By gamifying scarcity, frugal people don't feel deprived. They feel motivated, and they keep their frugal habits alive for the long run. Number 3. They prioritize big wins, not small sacrifices. Many people think frugal living means saying no to small joys, skipping coffee, avoiding snacks, or never buying a treat. But extremely frugal people know that the real savings don't come from pennies. They come from the big wins. Housing, transport, and food make up the largest part of most budgets. According to the OECD, housing and transportation alone can take up more than half of household spending. That's why frugal people focus here first. Instead of stressing over lattes, they ask bigger questions. Can I share housing to cut rent in half? Can I use public transport instead of owning a car? Do I need all these subscriptions draining $50 each month? Some move into smaller, cheaper apartments or explore co-housing arrangements. Many negotiate internet, insurance, or rent costs, savings that add up to thousands over time. The lesson is simple. Cutting a $500 monthly cost has the same effect as giving up $10 expenses. By chasing the big wins first, extremely frugal people free up more money and energy without feeling deprived of life's small pleasures. Number 4. They monetize what others discard. What looks like trash to some people looks like money to the extremely frugal. They have a sharp eye for things others throw away, and they know how to turn them into cash. Take curb flipping, a trend now popular online. People pick up unwanted furniture from sidewalks, clean or repair it, then sell it online for a profit. A broken chair might only need new screws and paint before becoming a $60 sale. Some families in Europe and the US now make hundreds each month this way. It's not just about profit. This habit also supports the growing circular economy, a system where products are reused instead of wasted. By monetizing discarded items, frugal people help the planet and their wallets at the same time. Extremely frugal people don't just save money, they create it. Where others see junk, they see opportunity, proof that one person's trash can truly be another person's paycheck. Number 5. They invest in skills, not just stocks. Most people think of investing as putting money into stocks, real estate, or retirement accounts. Extremely frugal people do that too, but they go further. They invest in skills that pay them back for life. Cooking is a good example. Instead of spending $20 on takeout, a frugal person might learn to cook that same meal at home for $5. Over time, this habit saves thousands. Gardening, sewing, car repair, and even basic plumbing are other skills that reduce dependency on expensive services. In today's digital age, many frugal people also invest in modern skills. Free or low-cost courses on platforms like YouTube teach everything from coding to graphic design. These skills can open the door to freelance income, career growth, or simply avoiding high service costs. Even financial literacy is a skill. Learning how to file taxes, budget effectively, or negotiate bills can add more to a household budget than the average investment return. The mindset is simple. Skills compound like interest. A skill learned once can save or earn money for decades. Extremely frugal people know that while money can be lost to markets, skills stay with you forever and often grow in value. Number 6. They redefine luxury on their own terms. Extremely frugal people know that chasing traditional luxury, expensive cars, designer brands, or five-star hotels often leads to stress, debt, and empty wallets. Instead, they redefine what luxury means for themselves. For them, luxury is not about the price tag. It's about freedom, comfort, and joy. Many choose experiences over possessions. Instead of a costly overseas vacation, they plan local micro-adventures, a weekend hike, camping under the stars, or exploring a nearby town. These moments feel rich, without draining their savings. Food is another example. Rather than dining at expensive restaurants every week, frugal people host potluck dinners with friends. The laughter and connection become the real luxury. Wellness also plays a role. A long walk in the park, a quiet morning with coffee, or reading a library book can feel more rewarding than a shopping spree. Psychologists call this escaping hedonic adaptation, the trap where pricey things lose their thrill quickly. Interestingly, Gen Z is leading this change. Thrifted fashion, minimalist travel, and sustainable living are becoming aspirational. For extremely frugal people, true luxury is living life on their own terms, free from the pressure to spend for appearances, and rich in experiences that matter. Number 7. They see hidden value in second lives. Extremely frugal people are masters at giving things a second life. Where most people see trash, they see possibility. This isn't about hoarding broken items in the garage. It's about creative reuse that stretches money further and often helps the planet too. Secondhand fashion is another big shift. Platforms have made thrift shopping trendy worldwide. For frugal people, this means quality clothes at a fraction of the cost, sometimes even pieces that gain value over time. Food waste is another area. Some frugal households compost leftovers to grow herbs and vegetables, turning scraps into fresh meals. Others freeze excess food or swap it with neighbors before it spoils. This idea isn't new. During World War II, make do and mend was a survival motto. Today, extremely frugal people carry the same spirit forward. By valuing second lives, they save money, cut waste, and live smarter in a throwaway world. Frugal living is not about being cheap or living without joy. It is about using money wisely, choosing what truly matters, and protecting yourself from stress and debt. In today's world of rising prices, climate worries, and constant pressure to spend, frugality feels less like sacrifice and more like freedom. Extremely frugal people remind us that wealth is not just a number in the bank. It is time, choice, and peace of mind. The future may be uncertain, but one thing is clear: frugality is not the past. It is the smart path forward. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.